started to realize like the audience, they come and watch a dance piece once a year. You come after a year, they see you doing some things like, this is not dancing. They're doing some weird stuff. But you've been progressing and developing your art. It's like moving and it's shifting. But them, they didn't. They're still attached to what has been happening 2 years, 1 year back. So I realized like by creating a space where people, they can come and watch as often as possible, then I think we'll start to have a better audience. I grew up in Soweto, in Diepkloof. Yeah, I mean, obviously for Batho, they took it as a hobby for me. Yeah, I think at that time we had the zest that you love something and you want to do it. Your parents, they will say, no, don't do it. This thing, it has sin and you're going to end up taking drugs, you're going to do this and that. And late at night and, and all of that stuff. So like, yeah, you just believe in what you do and then you find your own way on how to go around your parents to do it. When I started going to vets, then I heard some of my friends that there is something that it's like ballet and it's dance, and I say, why not? And I remember at that time I was wearing like skinny, and then mining, we were playing there, and then the t-shirt we failing, so and then just going to this Vets Corner place where it's a bar and mirrors, and this lady's wearing tights and ballet shoes. So you're like, what am I doing here? Like, what is this? I know unka gistring ya dancer o sheba pele ka next door ona motho o shebile na o yana di tight tse yo aba fetsa ba ke mo o di biada so ba bakizerana go tsagalang ka montlong e ba kentse dintho tse skin yona ntho a ke manyala fela montlong e wetse.
Project, I think, ke brainchild ya Sello Pesa. O thomile bua ka yona for le rona from last year after re fetswetsa project engwe ne ba re ke Unplugged Origins.
Kana ko re bua ka Niso be clear ne le idea fela. E ka lo ba clear se re feditse choreographer di piece tsa rona. A fetso choreographer solo ya gagwe, fetso choreographer solo ya ka. Then ge ra ihlalela ge. Then ratla le plan le structure gore re tlo etsa jwang re tlo godisa jwang view.
I was creating a new work and I couldn't get funding to perform that in a theater or in a gallery. So the option that I had, it was to perform in people's houses. And that shifted lots of things, my interaction with the audience, the way, if I want to find new things, a new way of moving. When you go to a space where the roof is much more low, it changes how you move your body, you use your body differently. Or you are performing something, there's a dog around barking outside. So like how it creates you to have you are so aware about what is happening around you instead of just looking at that audience.
This is the first day of the in-house project, where everyone is gathering around in Newtown Baseline waiting to take a taxi to their destination. One taxi is going to Johannesburg CBD and the other to Melville. The reason behind the in-house project is to take the audience out of the usual environment, which is the theater, to watch dance on the streets, houses, and unusual environments. Silla's reason to put audience in taxis is to try and encourage them to have conversations about the show and the environment. The other thing is for them both black and white to be one, or to share the same experience at the same time and same place.
Title ya solo ya ka ke Dithogako. Yeah, Dithogako. Meaning gore ke curse. Yeah. So e bua ka di curses. Supernatural powers. Wa bona go di affecta jwang batho. Ba re phelang le bona. Our fellow brothers, sisters, nna, wena vi, one told. Yeah, and obviously because ra struggle most of the time, understand? So ke bua ka di issues tse tshwanang le tseo. A khone succeed a khona le a certain point. Active gore keng, le botale leng kwaletse. Active gore keng into you, understand? Then all of a sudden believe gore san makhelwane ka one lawyer or one sharper or one woman ntse tse jwalo.
PC ya ka e bua ka di discoveries mo Africa as a whole. And ntwe inspiring gore ke tse PC gore in each and every discovery gona le a European name mo yone. So ntwe young engara in a way, because how can motho a go gole so a tla to discover something go ile gore gona le batho ba existang go already. So it means gore batho ba tseba ka ntwe, and then bana le indigenous names for tsona ntwe tseo. Then somebody who's go gole wa fitla mo o bua they were discovering o be ya lebitso la gae. So ke mo inspiration ya piece ya ka itswileng go teng. Then ke le busy ke batana le yona research eo ya ka gore go tlile jwang gore batho ba dumele gore ba etseng, and then ke bo Mandy Kings tsa pele Africa ne bitswang before e ba Africa, because Africa le yona I think ke lebitso le lengwe le tlileng le somebody as the original name ya teng.
A taxi, it's more of, to me, it play as a bridge to make those worlds to meet, meaning suburbs and township. How do we look at them post-apartheid, I don't want to say that, and now World Cup and all of that? How do we look at our environment? I mean, how do you look at Kasi? How do you look at suburbs? Let's create a platform or something that can start to deal with things like that instead of putting people in boxes.
Three things were very, very prominent for me. It's like the shifting audience, the shifting discipline, and shifting accessibility. There's something about theater and dance that is very confined to the walls. You know, in order to go for theater, you're going to market theater, you go to the dance, so you're always going to a building to experience something. And what was quite interesting about this is that everything came to the people rather. It was shifting accessibility for these things that were somehow considered as luxuries. And now they're becoming, you know, they're becoming for the people, by the people.
I really had the most absolute fun, eye-opening, heartwarming, and really it's a completely new connection for me.
My experience was quite a selfish experience. It was a bit of a selfish experience because I was overwhelmed. I kept on looking out and I was drawing all of the stuff I saw.
No, I just want to say I had the same response driving in the taxi. I was sitting next to Adrian a lot of the time, so we would pass some comments, but it was just to look at where we were.
The in-house project happened in a period of 3 days, having about 15 different performances performed by 21 different artists in different areas like Johannesburg CBD, Melville, Alexander Township, Limpopo Park, and Diepkloof.